So I will invite Kristine Song for her first talk today. Kristine is a regional lead for Korea and Australia and New Zealand Dev Ecosystem at Google, based in Seoul, Korea. Kristine.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming out today. My name is Kristine. I'm with the Google Developer Ecosystem team, working as a regional lead for Korea, Australia, and New Zealand, supporting developers and startups. I'm based out of South Korea. Today, I'm going to talk about how you can build your career in tech with Google developer communities. So what is one thing that you can do now that will benefit your career later? Can anyone think of anything? Maybe you can do an internship. Maybe you can read a book. Maybe you can explore the world, okay? But when it comes to caring for your own career, this may feel a little unattractively self-promotional or political. Developers like yourself enjoying solving complex problems and working really, really hard towards your company's objectives, but you also need to think about your career in a long term, right? So today I'm going to talk about how you can build your career in the tech, and I will direct you to the tools and resources that can help you becoming the best that you can be. Before that, let me just quickly introduce myself. My life has not been a really linear journey, as you can see. I explore so many different roles across so many different industries. I'm starting as an executive assistant to a senior vice president at the international companies like AIA, AIG, and also working as a project manager at IT company like HP Hewlett Packard. And now, at some point, I also work as a flight attendant for Dutch Airline. Now I'm supporting startups and developers like yourself reach success leveraging Google technologies. So this may seem all very irrelevant to each other, but at the heart of everything that I've been doing, it has been all about the people. And it has been all about the community and building environment that my community can thrive. So why community? Why do you need to be a part of our Google developer communities? But before we dive into the topic, let me just take you to the journey of our developer communities across Australia and New Zealand. I know Australia and New Zealand struggle particularly more during COVID because of its geographical reasons. And our developer communities were also hit very hard by it. So between 2019 and 2020, our developer communities' activities were almost non-existent. But when it came out of COVID, we came out really, really stronger. And now our developer communities are stronger than any other countries in the world. I can maybe show you some numbers. Okay. Under the Google for Developer, we have 4 different programs. Google Developer Groups, GDG, is also one of them. It is a location-based communities for professional developers. And it is also a global network of 3,000 chapters across 150 countries. In Australia and New Zealand, we have 14 chapters. And as you can see, in 2021, we only had 7. And together, they hosted 24 events. And then slightly over 800 developers joined their event in 2021. Still very impressive. But in last year, collectively, we hosted 63 events. And more than 4,000 developers joined our event in person. This is like 5 times growth over the couple of years. It's really massive. And we have Google Developer Experts, GDE. This is also a global network of over 1,000 of technical experts and also thought leaders across the world. And we have 29 GDEs in Australia and New Zealand. And this number 29 may seem a little small, but believe me, it's not small at all. How do you think, how many GDEs there are in India, do you think? Can anyone guess? Yes, Said? Very close. There are 70. But think about the total population. Maybe we are equal to 3% of their total populations, but yet we have 29 really strong GDE communities. And last year only, their events, their tech talks, were joined by more than 22,000 developers in person, and they hosted more than 900 workshops and mentorings. And also, they wrote a lot of tech blogs, and their tech blogs had more than 2 billion views. This is also beyond Australia and New Zealand. I would say this is their tech blogs are reaching the global networks. And we also have community for university students called Google Developer Student Clubs, GDSCs. We have 16 chapters, and also together they hosted more than 70 events last year, and more than 4,000 university students joined their events in person. And our GDSC collaborate with GDG to host more impactful events like this one. And GDGs this is also very great opportunity for GDSCs to learn from GDG, and they can often become GDG organizers when they graduate. Last but not least, we have Women Tech Maker Ambassador. We call them WTM. Also global network. They are the ones inspire fellow women to really thrive in tech. So they inspire fellow women tech makers by hosting events, mentorings, or maybe creating contents. They host events especially around International Women's Day. We have 22 WTMs across Australia and New Zealand, and also most of them are part of GDG and GDE. So as you can see, you can already see how active and global our Google developer communities are. So maybe I don't have to tell you why you need to be a part of them, but still let me just share why you need to be a part of our Google developer communities. Because you can develop your skills by learning from one another. And you can also meet with your like-minded developers and broaden your network that may bring about really interesting opportunities in the future. And you can establish your online presence and you'll share your learnings with other developers and get feedback. So our developer communities bridge gap between theory and practice. There can be tech talks, there can be hands-on workshops, there can be study jams or hackathons. So join the events that our GDGs are putting together and share your feedback and let us know what would you like to learn more so that you can just help us shape the community that you are part of. And this is also a great opportunity that you can ask questions. This is a safe place, and we have Q&A session after every session, so you can ask about the technology that you want to learn more about from someone who has done it. Before transferring to this Dev Ecosystem team, I used to be a recruiter. So I was hiring for software engineer and cloud engineer at Google. So I can tell you that based on my own experience. So these days, hiring decisions are beyond what's written on your CV. Your recruiters and hiring managers are actively looking for your online presence, your GitHub activities, your community contributions, because we want to understand if you are right fit for the company, right fit for the role, and if you are equipped with a lifelong mindset for learning. So don't wait until you are job hunting. Establish your online presence. Post and engage meaningfully with other developers. Share your knowledge, your learnings with others and get feedback. And also, if you're a student in a new country, just make it a habit to come to the event every other week. It is really important that you broaden your network, especially if you are looking for a role in a tech industry. And also, you can find your mentor here. If you're a woman in tech, you can meet our WTMs. And if you want to learn more about one particular technology, we have GDEs. So come to the event that our GDGs are organizing and meet with WTM and our GDEs. Also, creating a tutorial is a really great way to solidify your learnings. And also like sharing your knowledge is a great way to improve your speech and writing skills. And apart from all that, just creating a process, the process of creating a tutorial can increase your self-awareness and also your insight about the topic. And this will make you stand out. So just start from maybe writing a content, or maybe like starting a YouTube video, or you can host podcasts, or you can be a guest for the podcast, okay? Just launch your side project and share your learnings with others and get feedback. This X and Y axis just show the growth opportunity that you can act today. What are some of the examples that have high impact with low efforts? We call them low magic hanging fruits, but they, you can maybe contribute to open source. Maybe you can participate in a contest, competition, or hackathon, or you can just you can launch a side project, right? And what are the example for high impact with high efforts? You can become a GDSC lead. You can become a GDG organizers. You can start an internship. You can publish a paper. And you can also even found tech startups. What are the examples that have low impact with low efforts? It still counts because you're not investing huge amount of efforts. Maybe you can improve your soft skill. You can read a book, or you can maybe improve your soft skill and you can learn about your industry. What are some of the examples that have low impact with high efforts? You have nothing else to do. So you don't have to start all at once. Just pick one from each category, not from the right bottom category, and just start launch a side project and carve out your calendars and start from the really smallest step immediately, and then keep the momentum with our developer communities. Just to recap, why you need to be a part of our developer communities. You can develop your skills by learning from one another. You can broaden your network that may bring about new opportunities in the future. And also you can establish your online presence and you share your learnings with other developers and get feedback, okay? Thank you, and this is the QR code that will direct you to our Google developer communities. I will give you some moments to take a picture. Okay, this is the picture. I was lucky enough to bring some of our community leads to the I/O back in May. We had a really great time. How awesome it is. Okay, so thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy the event, learn about the newest technologies, and connect with other developers throughout the event. Thank you so much.